Hi, UFAF Nation. This is Crosby Broadwater III, a 5th degree black belt out of Region 7, newly promoted to Master. We had a great time at the ITC, and we're going to go running back about what happened last month in July and all the great things we accomplished. I'm also going to give a tribute as well to Grandmaster Norris in a few moments.
Peoria Championship Martial Arts in Peoria, Arizona, held an awesome Stranger Danger/Summer Safety Community event. Thank you to the Peoria Police Department and Peoria Fire Department for making it extra special. Dominic was named Student of the Month for June. They delivered 6 dozen diet donuts to the teachers at Paseo Verde Elementary School for their first day back to school. In July, they held a Cali seminar with Guru Heather Mead Wall. KW Karate Taekwondo Center in El Centro, California. Both students and parents participated in Raising Cane's National Chicken Finger Day to benefit Kickstart Kids, founded by Grandmaster Chuck Norris. Congratulations to all of our Gateway Martial Arts Academy students for dominating their divisions at the 2026 ITC. Gateway Martial Arts Academy on Friday night after the ITC. A great way to start the weekend.
I just want to give you a few words of my honoring of Grandmaster Norris and a true of my experience of remembering him. My experience began back in 2002, training at Martial Arts America, and during that time, we were just trying to find a good martial arts school, not knowing that we're stumbling upon the greatest instructor, organization, master of all. My grandmother actually loves Grandmaster Norris and would watch his videos and really thought a lot of him, especially during the Walker days. As time moved forward, in 2004, I was able to go to the ITC for the first time and meet Grandmaster at the Stardust before it was shut down. So my first experience was, training with the underbelts and trying to learn different things. And of course, in the studio, we learned about the codes and the ethics and everything and talked about Grandmaster, but I didn't really know too much about him. But as we're at the ITC, I forgot my mouthpiece, I believe it was, into my hotel room. So as I was running back up to the hotel room, I saw 4 Master Black belts with the black uniforms. And of course, right in the center was Grandmaster Norris. And I immediately recognized who he was, stopped, real good attention, gave him a deep bow, he gave me one back as well, and I jetted off to my room. After that, it was a great experience at the ITC, and it just set a groundbreaking point for me to start doing more of the organization. I was a green belt at that time. As time moved forward, I actually started my own program in 2006, teaching martial arts in daycares and private schools. And the whole time I was trying to make sure I honor Grandmaster Norris by leading the right way with the principles and goals, discipline, integrity, loyalty, respect. We went back to the ITC in 2009 when I finally got my black belt in UFAF. And it was a funny thing because we would always do the routines, the demos. And at this time, I was asked to be Trevette, and another instructor was Walker. So it was Walker and Trevette who were battling against all the ninjas and the bad guys. And to see Grandmaster's face smiling in the distance, and as we got done, he stood up to give us a deep bow. It was one of the greatest honors that I could ever imagine. Not knowing that would be one of the last times I would be there for a little while. In 2010, we actually closed our school of Martial Arts America. So some of you may not know, I trained with the Hensleys a long, long time ago. They got me my first and second degree. And I got my second degree, went out to the ITC, and we closed that following December, that same year. At that point, I was kind of blindsided. I knew we were going through financial struggles, but didn't imagine we would lose the school the way we did. At that time, I was their head instructor, teaching all the classes, mopping, cleaning, trying to advertising, doing everything, a young Luke would kind of do and stuff. And it kind of broke my heart to know that the school closed down the way it did. And I had an opportunity to travel and go to the other school with the whole premier system. But I just chose it was time to back off for a while. So I took actually about a 7-year break to where I didn't do martial arts. And I taught, I worked, but it wasn't something I was trying to rank up and be a part of the organization a whole lot. Following year 2011, I had a boat injury. So I was hanging out with friends, being a young 20-year-old, kind of being lost sometimes, and was having a good time. And I was in the front of the boat as it was moving. Unfortunately, I didn't realize I should do that. Had a wake, got pulled down, had my head split open, 9 staples in my head. And at that time, the friends who were supposed to be there with me just weren't there. So I had a wake-up call and a rediscovery of who I was, what my purpose was, and trying to figure out where I could get back to where I was belonging and meaning to do. So 2012 through 2017, I had self-discovery, having my little program, planning, goals, building, working at Fort Gordon for a while too, which is a base out here. During that time, I was hired to teach martial arts, and I thought we'd be able to build and grow and have a good legacy, but that wasn't the plan. They just wanted to have a program. And I thought, this is not honoring Grandmaster Norris. What further can I do? So we went to, my mother and I, we went to a daycare one time, and she's only lugging around luggage for like a quarter mile. And at the time, I was getting a little bit older, about 26, 27 years old. And she was like, Crosby, this is getting to be too much. We need to step out on faith, trust God, go back to all the values that Grandmaster set forward, think about what he kind of did, and see what we can do to build. So, made some plans, saved some money, and we made this happen. At first, we had just half of the school. The year after, actually, COVID came. So, during that time, I was obtaining my third-degree black belt under Master Lindy Woods, phenomenal instructor right away and mentor. We actually expanded in the middle of COVID, not knowing how bad and how long it's going to last. We're just trying to get into trust into God and trying to instill the principles and the values that Master has put forward. Honor, respect, loyalty, and we have all that as well. Fast forward, moving forward, as we got kind of moving along through COVID, 2020, I went to the ITC again, and I was asked by Grandmaster Gallagher to give a speech. And for those of you who don't know a whole lot about me, I'm an introvert, have a little bit of a stutter, slur my words and everything, talk too fast. But Grandmaster Gallagher saw something in me to speak. So I told him, of course, yes, sir, no problem. I got it going on. I'll do it. Wrote down my speech, went through it several times, and just trying to recognize that I was going to be in front of Grandmaster Norris, trying to portray these words and give it in a way that it made everyone feel welcoming. This is for the benediction or the welcoming of the program. It was amazing. I loved it. And at the end of it, because we were honoring, I believe, Master Lane Boston at that time, Grandmaster reached out to me, gave me a great big hug. And I just felt at that time, I was truly involved in the organization. And I had a new purpose. So, of course, years as I was growing and building, it was about me. And where could I go? How could I get up my rank and my things? But when that happened, it was like submitting. You have more to do, more than give back. At that time, I also reached my first degree black belt in Prof. Came back the following year, did another speech, as Grandmaster Gallagher asked me again. And during that time, I won was inspirational. Not knowing that was going to happen, but it was just incredible. And for Grandmaster Aaron and Grandmaster Chuck Norris to present me with that award was such a humbling and deep moment for me. Like I said, I've never thought of myself as a public speaker, someone to communicate different values to people, but through the martial arts, it's helped me a whole lot to where I can express myself, take my time and try to instill the right values and principles as Grandmaster Norris has done. 2022, I reached my fourth degree black, something that 95% of people in my school, where I originally came from, never got done. There were only 2 who made the fifth degree black. Under 2023, got to teach the ITC. Great achievement, sparring. And again, to see Grandmaster Norris, shake his hand, and have those conversations to talk, they were really fundamental. And a lot of times now it felt like more. Instead of him being just a mentor, he was more like a surrogate grandfather type figure. Through my life, I've always had good mentors, my grandfather, uncles, godfathers. But as far as someone who was in the home constant, a male figure, it wasn't there. So to see the unity and the brotherhood of what Grandmaster set up in 1979 and how it's fast forward now to 2026, it was just a beautiful thing to see. And I wanted to be a part of something like that as much as I could, to be able to impact people's lives in a positive direction. And I just thank God for Grandmaster Norris, Grandmaster Aaron, Grandmaster King Gallagher, and everyone who's been around to set up this lineage for us. That way we can impact people in the right way. Because at the end of the day, it's not about me. It's not about just the school. It's about us carrying on this legacy for Grandmaster Norris. Also in 2025, I reached my fourth degree, in Prof, which is the top rank so far. So now I'm asked to be on the Alpha team to again give back and be able to start a kids program to teach kids how to be able to defend themselves not only against adults, obviously, but to day-to-day situations. So again, new purpose. And then this year, of course, I was in my 5th degree, and I was excited because I knew it was coming. Then unfortunately in March, Grandmaster passed away. So I knew I was not going to be able to receive my master jacket from him, but I knew that I still had more purpose to get done. So with all I've kind of said today, kind of about my experience, Norris was not just a figurehead to me, he was a true inspiration. Like Mrs. Norris said, he's a humanitarian. That's how his legacy will be, as a humanitarian. All the awards, all the stuff that we achieve, that's great, but how can we help others? And that's my purpose. Trying to see how I can help others to benefit their lives. I'm working, trying with the military again, the sheriff's department, private investigation, and other avenues as well, to try to cement who we are as the Chuck Norris system. So, for all my friends and my family of UFAF, thanks so much for hearing me out and just listening to me just for a second. I wish you all the best of wishes. It was so good to see you all at the ITC, and I look forward to seeing you all again. Thank you so much, and see you soon. Thank you everyone for watching today, the UFAF News, and we look forward to seeing more of your tributes, things going on at the ITC, and also the circuit that's going on, so make sure you're checking out that too as well for the tournaments. Please remember to send in your news by the 10th of every month to ufafpr@gmail.com. Again, the 10th of every month to ufafpr@gmail.com. Thank you all so much. Again, it's a pleasure to see you all at the ITC. I look forward to seeing you again, and God bless.